torch.
Exactly.
And these will
but
light the
don't
way.
pass it. You'll want to keep this one.
Aha, hang on to the torch.
Yes.
The Cottage Farms, I'm sorry, I do apologize for our humor, but you can't find this kind of humor elsewhere on cable, and it's probably
Thank
a good
goodness.
thing. I know. M46646, these are our Everblooming torch lilies.
Yes.
New this season, $36.12. Shipping and handling included, by the way, on our plants, which is great. Now, when you say Everblooming, would your word perpetual come into play here?
Absolutely. This is part of our perpetual stable of perennials. And these colors are awesome. We saw these at Penn State. We also saw them out in California. These are growing in New Mexico. These are also growing in Aspen.
Wow.
This is all about color and structure. There's nothing out there that gives you this look of an ornamental grass that blooms.
And the curiosity of your visitors, they'll say, my goodness, you know, this is not your typical flower you're going to see in most people. It looks very exotic.
Absolutely
Are they hard
not.
to grow?
No, they're very easy to grow, and these will get 3 to 4 feet tall. So these are big. These are good anchor plants. I use these in my perennial borders for my clients because they're heads above everything else, but it's the structure. Again, no staking involved at all. These are great cut flowers, and you'll see them in high-end arrangements.
Yeah.
They don't go away.
How tall are they?
These get 3 to 4 feet tall.
Okay, so they literally look like that, like a rocket almost coming out of your garden.
Well, actually, there's what used to be just a red one out there, and it's called a red hot poker. That's what it was called. But we decided we're going to go to the paint box. We're going to get them in all of the colors, and look at that right there, rojo.
Aha.
That one is that pumpkin and apricot together, rich, burnished colors in that one right there. And really, really handsome right there. And
Well,
look at that. Look at that one right there.
Oh, that was the flowering.
See, that one to me, it's like pineapples,
That's cool.
and it's also like vanilla ice cream. You've got all of that going on, but again, your eye goes to that one. If you picked up our daylily collection, that is a perfect one to mix in with the daylilies.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
That's bringing down the stage here.
They're bringing the house
popular.
down.
Bring the house
and
down.
then also
literally.
you're having mango here is another one in this collection, and the mango is mango and lemon all at the same time. You get all
look
3
at that.
varieties in here. They start blooming in late spring. They
Yeah.
bloom all the way into the fall for cut flowers, but more importantly, for structure in the garden and things that other people don't have.
Boy, now speaking of glow, do those not look like there's almost a light inside or
They're
underneath?
fantastic. And the owner of Cottage Farms has got a ranch out in New Mexico. So we go out there. That's tough. It's tough out there for plants.
Yeah, right.
He has these in the garden out there, and it looks
even in
so
tough
right.
soil.
It looks great out there. Well, it's the heat, and they do just fine out there. But I also use them for my gardens in Connecticut. I see these in gardens in Centennial Park, in Chicago. Just fantastic there. And also, just everywhere I've used these, they have been an absolute eye catcher.
So they're gonna like bloom throughout the season then?
Yes, and they come back every single year because these are non-stop blooms. I keep going back to the term. We introduced it this year, but we really mean it. Perpetual means they're perennial, and it means they don't stop blooming. And it also means that I am sending you nice big plants. This is one. I want to show you how the foliage begins because this is going to bloom this year, but also the fact that it's not a little plant. Look at all the plant that is in there. It has already formed a clump. It's not a starter plant. This is a mature plant that's going to bloom like crazy.
All right, you've got really something for everyone, and really, you don't want your garden to not have personality. This is really going to give
this is a big
plus.
personality.
It is a big personality boost. It's going to draw not only your neighbors, but people might just be going by your house and just stop to take a picture.
Well, they do, and I tell you what, this will put the Martha Ray smile on your face because this has got it all going on.
It does.
This is just gorgeous. I love the color, the fact that it's exotic looking. These are frozen drink or smoothie colors that you have here.
Nice.
They're rich. It's not just about the primary colors, it's about all those colors that are in between that finesse the garden.
Boy, summertime is coming, and this is going to be a party in your garden. It just adds to that festive nature. I don't know, I think of summer as a celebration a great time for parties and being outside and kind of celebrating nature. And it's finally, well, spring has finally sprung here in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
last.
Everybody was celebrating yesterday. You know, everybody's thinking, okay, time to get my fingers dirty, to get down, do some digging, do some planting. These will come to you when they're ready to go, and you don't have any worries. Cottage Farms, Philip and his team, your satisfaction is what they live for.
Absolutely.
Really,
We guarantee results. He's guaranteed for a full year. I plant mine about 3 or 4 feet apart if I want a dense cluster of them, because these get big, and they're going to get big this year. They're going to bloom like crazy. But in my big clients' gardens in Connecticut, some of them got a perennial border that's 100 feet long.
Wow.
And in their gardens, on the long border, I'll plant them about 6 feet apart, and I'll have my daylilies and other things in between them. If you picked up our fragrance garden, this is a good tall something to plant behind the fragrance garden perpetuals.
Rojo.
Rojo.
Rojo. I like that.
Oh, I like it
Give
a
it
lot.
large,
Just
though.
rolls right
Roll
out like
to the
that.
R. Yes.
And there's that beautiful one right there, the duo, which has got that pineapple and the vanilla colors all going on. And again, you can see that one at night. I really, really like that one. And of course, mango, which is my favorite flavor, by the way.
Yeah. Ooh,
and I love
nice.
mango juice, but that's a
Mango
beautiful
juice,
exotic color
mango.
to have
By
in the
the way,
garden.
over 600 have already been spoken for. Brand new this season. These are the Everblooming Torch Lilies, and there's the Rojo is just an amazing
You can see
color.
the structure, though. That's what I want you to look at. No staking at all. You got that great structure of the foliage, and also these blooms that, as you said, are like rockets taking off in your garden.
They
You
really
can't
are.
help but notice this. If you're planting zinnias, you're planting marigolds, you're planting the usual geraniums, why not plant something that comes back every single year? These are perpetual perennials that never stop blooming.
It's 4th of July every day when
Yes,
you have these in
indeed.
your garden, just taking off, shooting the rockets off. You can almost hear the sound effects. M46646, $36.12. And again, new this season, Cottage Farms, quality plants. Your satisfaction is their guarantee.
Yes.
And I guarantee you are going to love these. You're going to love when friends come over and visit and they ooh and ah at your garden, because these are really, then they make you stop and pay attention.
They do make you stop and pay attention. What I've done here is I planted all 3 varieties in one pot. By the way, if you
like
just
that.
plant one of them the second year, one of the plants is as big as all 3 in this pot are the first year.
A pot full of perpetuals.
Yes.
So be persistent and don't be persnickety.
Oh, I like that a
I
lot.
perceive that
Great
these-
alliteration.
Thank you, I tried. M46646, we're gonna wrap up on these. Remember, you get 3 different varieties, and they're all colorful, and they're all gonna add to that festive, celebratory spirit that we love to have in the summer. M46646, and don't forget,